Most of evangelicalism has a conditional view of election. That is, God's election of His people is conditioned upon something in them or conditioned upon something that they do.
For those whom He foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son, in order that He might be the firstborn among many brothers. Some people would say, oh, well, God, God looked down the corridors of time and He saw the choice that people would make, and then God said, okay, I'll choose that person because they chose me, which is completely backwards in the Bible. God is always the initiator, not merely the responder.
Unconditional election means it does not depend on the one who wills or the one who runs, Romans 9, but on God who has mercy.
Will what is molded say to its molder, "Why have you made me like this?" Has the potter no right over the clay to make out of the same lump one vessel for honorable use and another for dishonorable use? What if God, desiring to show His wrath and to make His power known, has endured with much patience vessels of wrath prepared for destruction, in order to make known the riches of His glory for vessels of mercy, which He's prepared beforehand for glory, even us, whom He has called, not from the Jews only, but also from the Gentiles.
I remember reading this book by R.C. Sproul. I think it was 13 Things You Need to Know About the Christian Faith. And I got to the chapter about election. Then I pulled the Bible out and I went to Romans 9 and I read Romans 9. God has mercy on who He wants to have mercy. And I was sitting there like, and I'm like, yo, this is so mean. And I cried. I was mad. I closed the Bible. I closed the book. And then I remember just sitting there, like mad at God, literally, at my kitchen table. And then I sat there and I said, but no, this is grace.
When I find myself offering the challenge to Paul that's in Romans 9, I know I'm wrong. And that's what I finally had to come to grips with. I'm the guy who's saying in argument, why does he still find fault? For who resists His will? And the answer from Paul is, who are you, oh man? Who answers back to God.
It said the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. When you look at it from the human perspective, it's easy to get mad because it looks like God is unfair. It said, God, you hardened his heart. What if he would have turned away? What if he would have done this? What if he would have done that?
You see, today in America, the problem is people don't understand why God can send anyone to hell, because they don't understand who God is and what sinners we are. The real surprise is that God takes anyone to heaven, because we're all fallen, we're all depraved, we have all earned hell, and none of us have earned heaven.
He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and blameless before Him. In love, He predestined us for adoption to Himself as sons, through Jesus Christ, according to the purpose of His will.
The basis for God's choice in election is His pure, unconditional, eternal, sovereign, one-sided grace, which we call love. There's nothing behind His love but love.
If you believe that God's love for you flowed from Himself and was set upon you, not for anything in you or that you've done, it sets you free to serve Him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. We love because He first loved us.